Hi guys, I'm making a video today on the world's largest moth. It's right here, the Thyssina agrippina, or commonly called the White Witch. I think it's an important topic to talk about today because, first of all, it's very interesting. But secondly, when you look at different social media sites like on TikTok, you'll see lots of people working with these moths and making all sorts of claims. And I think we should talk about that. So, firstly, let's have a look at the species. This species has a wingspan that can go up to 30 centimeters. Now, it has the largest wingspan in the world. It doesn't necessarily have the largest surface area. There are moths in Southeast Asia, like Atticus, Archaeoatticus Caesar, and Cosinocera hercules, that'll have huge surface areas where it's almost a foot in either way. Now, here's what the underside looks like. Absolutely stunning. Now, these guys that I'm showing you here are all males. I don't have any females. And what's very interesting is that all of the species that are found in the world are all wild caught. Not a single person has had any success breeding them. And the reason we know this is because the books, the scientific books, the taxonomy books, none of them are able to tell us what the food plants are. None of the authors have been able to discover what the host plants are of these beautiful moths. They don't know what the cocoons even look like. They don't know what the larva looks like. And this moth has a massive range in terms of its flight. It's found all the way from Central America down into South America. And it's even been found in parts of the United States, even though it's highly unlikely that it completes its life cycle there. So, one of the things that I've been seeing on social media is that these artists who mount them and share them, they automatically tell the world that these particular moths have been bred in conservatories. It's a very interesting claim because there's no evidence of that. And more importantly, if there are any conservatories that are raising them, maybe they should fulfill a simple task, and that is tell the scientific community what host plants they actually grow on, because this would be an amazing species to actually farm. Each and every year, there are thousands of them that are flying around. They are clearly a migratory species. They're somewhat hard to get because of how high they fly, but you can attract them using light traps. And all of the species that you see in the marketplace have all been attracted by light traps, or they've been found on the side of trees sleeping during the day, and then they've been killed and preserved. And that's exactly how I've acquired these. But what's interesting here is that there is a society, and this society is made up of scientists who are asking anyone in the world who can contribute to this. It's called the White Witch Watch, and they're asking anyone who's got any type of access to be able to show the eggs, the larva, the cocoon, the host plant in which these moths are growing on. And they're actually paying a cash reward, $750, for anyone who provides that information. Still to date, as far as I know, no one has actually come forward. But yet there are millions of people on TikTok and other social media sites that have been told by not just a few sellers, but hundreds of sellers who are misleading the public, saying that they've all been grown in these conservatories. Excuse me? Why wouldn't the conservatory just give the information and collect the $750? Why wouldn't any of these breeders do that? There's financial incentive here. So the story doesn't jive. It doesn't make sense. There isn't a single specimen of these white witches that's in the marketplace that has been acquired in the manner in which they say that they've been acquired. They've all been hunted. They've all been killed for this purpose. And if you have a problem with that, that's for you to deal with. That's just the way this particular species is found in the insect trade. If you don't like that, then don't buy from people who are intentionally misleading. They're lying just to make a quick dollar. Now these moths, because they are the largest, they do fetch a handsome amount of money. So there's financial incentive for these sellers to lie. But what I find really fascinating is that there are these supporters and these so-called clients of these sellers who are selling these species, and they go to bat for them, saying, "Oh no, they've all been able to die of natural causes. They've lived out their whole life. Take a look; it's in perfect condition. These guys have never even flown in their full migration path. They haven't rubbed against any trees and been blown against any objects. They're in mint condition." It's obviously within the first day or so of them emerging from their cocoon that they've been acquired, these particular specimens. And if you happen to see specimens in such condition, they also have been collected in such a manner. If you want to find a specimen that has died of natural causes, it's going to be shredded. It's going to have chips, scratches, and it's not going to look anything like this. So stop lying, guys. Millions of people are being deceived. Most people don't even think twice. They see that someone says, "Oh yeah, it's been acquired after it's died naturally." Well, that makes you all guilt-free now, doesn't it? Well, if that's what it takes to make you feel guilt-free without actually digging a little bit further, that's pretty sad. The evidence is out there. Most people are not thinking. Most people are not actually considering, what's the scientific implication? Let's look at this from a more scientific point of view. Let's use some logic and reason here. Does the story make sense? There are no conservatories, not a single one, that has ever raised a white witch. Impossible. I'm willing to lay bets down. I will advocate for anyone to come forward and prove to me that they actually have bred this. Show us the life cycle. Show us that you've been farming them. Show us the actual video footage, and I myself will pay you $500. So if anyone takes that bet on with me, go ahead. It's live and it's open until the end of 2022. For those of you who do not have an issue with the fact that they've been hunted, maybe you have an issue with those unethical sellers who are intentionally lying to the public. All I ask is that you don't support these people, because guess what? You're actually promoting the poaching of these specimens, because it fuels the demand for all of these people out there who want to buy the largest in the world, the largest moth in the world, but they want to feel good about it. So they feel good about it by listening to these lies, and it further creates more demand for a species that's not even being bred. So if you have a conscience, you want something to be transparent, you want people to be transparent, you want the truthful information, well then, demand for it. Look it up, guys. White Witch Watch. Look at what they're asking for. It's out there. Alright, till next time, guys. Happy holidays.